guys, so today we are doing a Q&A. June is here, but oh, she's staring at me now.
Here's her little hand.
She's so
here.
sick.
She's still not feeling very well, and we still have a lot going on with moving, so we thought that today would be a really good day to do Q&A so that she can get better and we can get more stuff done.
A lot of you guys have been having a ton of questions about the move, so we're like, this is a perfect opportunity to sit down and answer all of your guys' questions. So let's get started. First question is at Disney Grethen, and they ask, will June have her own room in the new house?
Yes, she will. So even though we don't officially have a house yet, we already know that we're gonna be getting a house that would have a room for June. And yeah, she's gonna have her own room. Whether or not she's actually gonna sleep in that room right away, we'll see.
Yeah, that is one of the reasons why we want to move, so that she would have her own room. It's been very difficult trying to like have her in such a small space, and then we like shoot videos in the other room, but it's kind of the same room, you know? Yeah,
so, I think once she hit that 4-month mark regression, because she used to sleep through everything, but then once we hit that 4-month regression, she was just a lot more sensitive to sound while she was sleeping, and it got a little bit harder. We had to be a lot more quieter once she went down for the night. So it will be really nice to have a separate room for her. And I feel like she's getting a bit older now that it will actually...
You don't want your own room? Okay.
Do you think she is finally getting a bit older now where she will actually start to enjoy like having her own space versus she's been so young and so small, it's like she does not need her own room.
Yeah. Next
question is from Kristen Shepard on Twitter, who asks, what is your biggest worry about moving other than finding a place?
My biggest worry is, I mean, obviously finding a place, that is a huge worry, but other than that, just the stress of it all. Like, it's been a very stressful couple of days with packing and with June, and then me being sick and June being sick. So just like, my biggest worry is like it just being too much. Like, it's just so hard to handle right now, and I want it to be like an exciting thing. Like, we're both really excited, we're moving to California, but I don't want it to be like hindered by all of this stress. So that's my biggest worry.
I would say my biggest worry is finding out that I miss Oregon too much.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I mean, I have definitely realized that it's not about where you live, but who you live with. And we are moving to be around people we love and who love us, and that's really what's most important. But I love Oregon.
Yeah.
I really love Oregon.
I think it's funny that June's like, I'm here in this video, and she's just raising her hand.
Hi guys!
That looks so funny.
I'm saying, hi guys, I'm here, but I'm too sick.
Next question is from at I Love Tina O'Brien, and she asks, would you be moving near Missy and Brian? Yes.
Yes!
We will.
Definitely. We're going to be moving close to them. It's going to be super fun because their boys are a little bit older.
She has fun with Finn.
She has fun with Finn. Finn adores her. Ollie adores her too, but it'll be fun to watch them grow up together. Yeah,
so a big reason on this move is that we are moving closer to family and friends. I have actually family that live in the area where Missy and Brian live. I have family that right outside of that area. And we both have friends down there, and it's just, that's a huge draw of us moving to California. A lot of you guys are like, why are you leaving Oregon? You guys love Oregon, and we do. We really love Oregon, but we're just finding we really want June to be around family and cousins and aunts. So family is a huge draw for us to move to California. And then secondly, the reason why we're moving to California is just for YouTube. We feel like there's so many more opportunities down in the LA area, and that's where a lot of people we talk to through our channel come from, and it's just all around makes sense for us to move there right now. This makes sense with our job and with our family and friends, and yeah.
And it would be nice, I think it would be nice for June to be able to play outside all year round.
With a backyard.
With a backyard.
And all year round. That is true. We'll get you a backyard. She just wants to make sure we get a backyard.
Next question is from Caitlin Grace. And she asks, if you don't have a home by the time you need to move out, what are you going to do? What we're going to do is, luckily we have friends and family down there.
Yes.
So we will probably end up staying in Missy and Brian's guest room. if we don't have a home. We're still hoping we can pull it together and have an actual house to move into right when we go down. But if we do have to stay at their house, they've already welcomed us. So
yeah, and
that's not going to be an issue.
Yeah, so basically we're going to move all of our stuff into one of those pods, and then they can store it for us for an unlimited amount, not unlimited, but however long we want them to store it for. And then once we find a house, we tell them the address of where to deliver it. So we're basically just going to pack as if we're going on like a 2-week vacation and live out of suitcases. It's going to be very stressful for us and a little, I don't know, it'll definitely be an experience, but I feel like we can do it.
It'll be like living in the van again.
Yeah.
But with a baby.
But with a baby, and for like 2 to 3, I'm hoping not at all, but at maximum 2 weeks.
Hopefully, yeah.
Couple weeks. So that's what we'll do if we don't find a house. Next question is from Lot Skogstad. Sorry if I mispronounced that. But she asks, are you guys going to buy or rent a house? So we are actually going to be renting. We don't think we would be comfortable with buying a house somewhere where we haven't lived for at least a year. So we're gonna rent, and then I don't know, if we really end up loving the area that we move to, then we could buy a house if finances and everything works out. But for right now, we're just gonna rent. That way we're not making a huge commitment, but we'll be living in a place that we can test it out and see if we would like to buy a house.
Yeah, if you haven't realized yet, we are very indecisive and we like to move around and go places a lot. So there's no way we could go and buy a house right now because we just don't even know if we're gonna if it's gonna be the right place for us to really settle down. And if we're ever really gonna settle down. I mean, I do think we're gonna buy a house eventually,
hopefully.
but I don't know where that's going to be. It might be right where we're moving to, or it might be in Europe, or it might be back here in Oregon. I have no idea.
Yeah, who knows?
This question is from Isaac Elliott, fan number 1, who asks, what are you going to miss the most when you move?
The food.
I know.
I'm going to miss the food so much.
The food, I think just how green everything is.
Yeah.
I love that. Was probably my favorite thing about living in Oregon, was just how green everything is. It's beautiful, especially in the winter with the moss growing on everything.
Yeah. The waterfalls, the hiking trails, the coast.
A lot of outdoor stuff. I'm gonna miss a lot of outdoor things and a lot of food.
Yeah, there's a lot of things we'll miss, but we're on to a new adventure, and we always find new things to be excited about and discover, and you just keep the things that you miss in the back of your mind and you go visit them again.
Yeah, definitely.
Scylla Namath asks, what color do you want to paint June's future room? Do you want a doghouse for Paris? I have no idea what we'll paint June's room yet. We haven't even thought about that.
I've thought about it.
Oh, you have?
I've thought about it. But I don't know what color we're going to choose. We definitely still want to incorporate everything from her little nursery nook. But I do think we're going to go a little bit of a different route with her room.
Interesting.
I'm planning it.
I guess we'll all find out together.
But for Paris, I don't know if we'll have a dog house for him, but he is going to have a backyard. That is for sure. We want a house with a yard. And I'm so excited to see his reaction, because whenever we go visit my mom in Idaho and we take him out to the backyard, he is the happiest dog. So
he loves just exploring back there, rolling in the grass. So that is another motivation for this move, is getting a backyard for Paris to play in, and that way we don't have to take him to doggy daycare. He can have his own space. He can be comfortable at home.
For Paris to play in and June to play in, and for us.
Yes. So
we really want a yard. That's a huge motivator as well. Next question is from Stephanie Hinkle, who asks, what made you want to move so quickly?
Yeah, I think a lot of you have been asking this, and basically, so what happened was we found what we thought was the perfect house. We applied, and we did not get it. So we really were just gearing towards moving and getting that house.
We've been trying to figure out when would be the perfect time to move for us, and we knew we were originally planning as maybe we're going to move beginning of November, or maybe we're going to move middle of October, and it's kind of progressively been pushed up. And it's really because we want to be settled into our new house before the holidays, because we really want to enjoy all of these holidays with June and not feel rushed and stressed and still unpacking and everything. And it can take a while to really settle into a new house.
And there's going to be more rental options now rather than during the holidays. So when our lease is over. So we thought we'd just move now, get it all over with, and then be settled for the holidays, and we can just enjoy the holidays with Jen.
And we also kind of felt like we were just like dragging our feet here. It's like we were really preparing and gearing up for this move, but it was not happening, and then we were still kind of in limbo, and it's like, well, let's just like cut the cord, let's just do it, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And we do have, I understand, like, we don't have an official house down there yet, but we do have friends and family down there that we can stay with, so it's not like we're moving and literally gonna be homeless. Like, we have places we can stay, so I guess that makes it a lot more easy, a lot easier for us. So
Emily1 replied to my Instagram story and says, if you were to get another pet, what would it be? And this ties into our moving Q&A because
I really want chickens.
Yes.
If we have a yard and if it's allowed wherever we're renting, then I really, really want chickens. I have wanted chickens for so long, and I'm so jealous of Missy's chickens. They're so cute. And she's gonna help me out and help me learn how to take care of chickens.
Yeah, so that would be really
chickens,
fun.
And I want a lot more pets, but I'll start with chickens. The last question is from Grace Panulo, who replied to Corbin's Instagram story, and the question is, do you guys like living in an apartment? So we are moving out of our apartment, but there were so many perks to this apartment. We really, really liked living in it. This is probably my favorite apartment we've ever lived in. We've lived in a few different apartments over the years, but just like the location, and I don't know, there are a lot of conveniences to living in apartments. Like,
we had our own gym in the building. We had like a rooftop hangout area. We had a lot of community like perks. Like, we could step out our door and there's restaurants and places to hang out. Some downfalls are there's a lot of people that smoke here, like in Portland, and the smoke, we couldn't open our windows because we don't want the smoke to get in June, so that was one downside. Another downside is having neighbors on all four sides. Like,
that's the first time we've ever had that. We've always lived on like the top floor, and we definitely have very loud neighbors up above.
So that's not too fun when June is sleeping and then the person upstairs is loud and she wakes up. So there's just there's pros and cons to living in an apartment, and I just think we're ready for a house. But that's all the questions we have for today, but be sure to tune in today at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern?
Yeah.
Okay. On Up Network is our TV pilot show that we're on Expecting, and it's the story of us pregnant with June.
Yeah, and we will link the website down below so that you can check out more information about it, of like how to watch it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I was so excited for this, you guys, so make sure you tune into it and comment below if you end up watching it and what you thought about it.
Yeah. So subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, because we do new videos every day, and be where your feet are.